Chase Senecal, also known as HZ or @horror, was a pretty regular kid in the Roblox community. He had his own little business of compromising other Roblox accounts and selling their items for profit, but then one day he discovered a special little token logger called Bookmark. It's a button you drag into your bookmarks and click on it on Discord. Then voila, you're now token logged. This gives the attacker full access to your account, even if you have 2FA enabled. Of course, he decided to exploit this to the max, and after teaming up with a few of his friends, he set up a fake verification channel inside of a fake Discord server, meant to look like a legitimate NFT project. He then went out to other actual NFT servers and started messaging the staff and owners of the projects, offering them jobs in the fake server. There were a lot, and I mean a lot, of victims who actually ended up falling for this scheme due to how new it was at the time. Now, once they were inside their victims' accounts, they would go into the respected NFT project server and post a fake giveaway or an airdrop containing a link to a crypto drainer. Now, I understand this is a lot of information, so if you don't know what a crypto drainer is, it's basically a phishing page that acts like a skimmer. Once you're redirected to this phishing page, it will ask you to connect your wallet, like a MetaMask, through a fake browser extension. Usually the phishing page will act like a minting page or something like that, so everything will look legit until your wallet's connected, and you'll get to watch as all your expensive JPEGs get moved into a different wallet out of your control. Chase, along with his friends Locke, 21, and Popbob, would do this attack very frequently during 2022, and would usually make over $200,000 per attack, at least when they first started out. Also, that's not Popbob from TB2T, so don't even fucking ask. Basically, these four went on to make millions, around $4 million in total. From there, many other kids in COM picked up on their scheme as the word spread around, and before the group knew it, they had created an entirely new niche of cybercrime. After this scheme started drying up and new targets couldn't be found, they found a user on Swapped under the alias Anti-Hero, later revealed to be Cameron Redmond. Cameron was pretty well known in the community for stealing around $37 million from a single target using a SIM swap attack. With this dirty crypto, he had purchased a Twitter employee panel, allowing him to take over and change any account he pleased without triggering any sort of notification for the user. Locke was the one who ended up buying the panel from Cam for around 250 Ethereum, or around $300,000 at the time, and his group started using it to take over popular NFT accounts, such as the famous artist Beeple, who's behind the single most expensive NFT that's ever been sold for around $69 million. They used his account and another 11 accounts associated with the NFT project to steal another couple $100,000 before everyone ran with the money they had. This was because things were heating up with federal investigations all over the scene, and eventually Chase got caught and had some of his assets seized. But from there, everything went really quiet until around 6 months after the situation, when Locke suddenly came back and revived everything. He hit another 5 projects and stole an additional $1.2 million, most of it coming from the Project Azuki official, which lost around $800K. At this point, 21 and Popbob had both retired, so Locke did it practically on his own, which paid off massively for him. Now, let's focus on Chase, as he was unfortunately the only one in the scheme who didn't get away, which wouldn't have happened if he didn't love flexing so much. You see, Chase actually kept most of his funds locked up in different wallets. $1 million here, another couple $100,000 here, you get the point. But the money he unfortunately did end up spending was what led to his downfall. He bought insane social media accounts like @horror and @skull for tens of thousands of dollars due to their rarity. For those of you who don't understand what OG names are, it's basically when someone has a clean username without dots, underscores, or numbers, kinda like @ironic. After acquiring these accounts, he began posting on them and flexing his $50,000 bust down AP, and yes, this watch is what ultimately led to Chase getting arrested. You see, a well-known blockchain investigator, ZachXBT, was doing a deep dive into these crypto drainers and exposed both Cam and Chase in a massive Twitter thread that brought a lot of attention to the situation. Chase then asked Zach to delete his threads and even resulted in threatening him, but during this Twitter feud, Chase decided to show off his AP, even tagging Zach in these tweets as well. Now, Zach's a lot smarter than me because he immediately thought to himself, holy shit, this guy must have bought the watch with crypto somehow, and tracked down a bunch of sellers' discords that provided this kind of luxurious service. He found a specific seller that sold the watch to Chase, who obviously had no idea they had just accepted stolen funds, and then provided Zach with the information Chase had given him for the shipment. And just like that, Zach now had his address, and he most likely reported it to the FBI, because Chase was arrested shortly after and lost around $210,000 in stolen NFTs, and of course his $50,000 watch, due to seizures from the FBI. This definitely isn't even the craziest thing, because get this, Chase is still a minor, so the federal court had to prove that these items were acquired through fraud, which I'm really not sure they managed to do. The assets still remain with the FBI, and although I heard that Chase was free again on some sort of suspension, there's literally no way for me to confirm anything, as cases like this, including minors, usually remain pretty private. As of right now, all documents regarding this case are completely sealed, but all I know for sure is that Chase was quiet for around 6 months before he returned just a couple months ago. He could have been held in juvie or just been on an internet suspension, I don't really know, but his assets that got seized are for sure gone now, and he most definitely had to pay some sort of fine or restitution. Regardless, that's basically where our story ends for now. If any of you guys earn a couple $1,000,000 in dirty crypto, do me a favor and clean that shit up before buying nice things for yourself, and if you do, remember to never ship directly to your house. Peace.
Blow bands, blow bands, blow bands. Blow bands, blow bands, blow bands. Check my pants, they say true.